One of a Kind with Rob Van Dam is recorded in front of a live studio audience.
Right here, right now. Like everyone, you can say that with me because you know that's what I'm going to say because you've heard it 18 million times. You know, it's like, that's like one of those cliche things. You know what's coming as soon as they say, right here. You know, like everyone, it's like such a easy pop. But it worked there and it felt organic and shit. But at the same time, that was just one thing that I picked out critiquing it. And it was probably both of us doing it. I don't know. But, you know, at least back then it wasn't done as much as it has been now.
Guys, I mean, you're not going to believe it who is here with me today for this show.
Is it Kevin Nash? Is it Kevin Nash?
No. It's Rob Van Dam.
Oh, I get those guys mixed up all the time.
All the time.
Those Michigan boys.
Didn't you used to wrestle as Oz, Rob? Or am I mistaken?
Vinny Vegas.
Oh, that's it. That's it. Okay. Hey, we're live here, though, on the YouTube channels. So, some shout-outs.
What's John Travolta's character's name in Pulp Fiction? Vinny Vega?
Vinny Vega, correct. Yeah.
I never made that connection before. Is that what that's from? I guess, maybe.
Wow. You might
Which
be right.
one was first? I don't know. Pulp Fiction.
No, I think Pulp Fiction came
ago.
after. Because Vinny Vegas was WCW, so he was 1992-ish. And then Pulp Fiction, I think, was 94. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat.
So John Travolta was copying Kevin Nash.
How about that?
I just remember that when he introduces himself to Uma Thurman and she says back to him in his deep voice, Vinny Vega, or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
So, something about like she says his voice like all macho back to him, and I was like, damn, wasn't that the same name? I wrestled Vinny Vegas, you know, it was my first loss in WCW.
Really? That was your first? I did not know that. Wow.
I was undefeated, bro, and you stopped that, and I haven't forgot that.
He's coming for you, Kev. Robbie V is on the
I'm
hunt.
coming hard. Mm-hmm. You seen that Brock video? I'm coming hard.
Oh, wait, no, what was this?
Oh, there's a video of a whole bunch of wrestler promos where they cut out lines like that sound hilarious out of context.
Yeah.
Probably sounded pretty funny even in context. Like, really? That's how, you know, where I'm going to fuck you in your ass.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
When you started and like kind of doing the promo stuff and felt like, did you felt like you needed to do like the yelling kind of thing, or did you kind of already knew that wasn't your bag and stuff like that when you were doing it?
That is a mighty fair question. Oh my God, I got 2 ashtrays.
Hey now.
I don't know. I doubt. I think probably. I mean, I was uncomfortable as hell trying to do the promos when I started out, and I can't imagine. I mean, yelling would have made me even more uncomfortable because I'm just young and green in a room full of veterans and watching them do their thing, you know, and they seem to know what they want to say, and they go up there and they say it. I don't know if it's drawing money or not, but I know that's the goal. And then here I am, like, how am I gonna answer this question about how am I looking forward to Friday night? How am I going to answer that in a way that's going to sell tickets? And how am I going to answer that in a way that doesn't make me sound like a butthole? You know, there's no way I would have just broke into an Ultimate Warrior promo. I'm sure, you know, I was like, because you look, you know, like, what are my strengths? Like, everyone has what they think are interesting about themselves based on external stimuli, right? So it's like usually people pop when I do this, so I'm going to do it, and they bend their elbow the wrong way or whatever, you know, because they're used to getting a reaction from it. That's their thing. I think that's probably true in a lot of cases, such as this. I probably wanted to show my dimples, you know. Hey, what do they call the fucking, you know, white meat? I'm a white meat baby face from Battle Creek, Michigan, and I came all the way down here to get in the ring on Friday because I love this city. What's the city? Oh, I love Dalton, Georgia, and I came all the way down. And just wait till you see me on Friday. You'll see what I'm talking about.
I eat Frosted Flakes from Battle Creek.
Yeah. Right. No, there's no way I would have yelled. I mean, even when they directed me to yell later, it was still weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone actually did, but it would have been weird.
Yeah, weird. No, the way, like, I mean, you really found the groove in ECW, obviously, and that, like, it just being like we talked about with the Mike Awesome confrontation and stuff in the ring.
You know, I watched that today. I just watched
Did
it a
you?
couple hours ago for the first time with the sound on. I don't remember any of that happening.
No,
And
really.
I was like, oh, he does touch me. And then I was like, oh, yeah, I remember Dom said that he power bombed me. Boom, he just did. And then kept going. And Sabu and him teamed up on me, both put me through the table. Don't remember any of that shit.
Man, yeah, just a
One of those
wild
things.
atmosphere that was too. Such a wild atmosphere. Really, really cool. It's like took me right back to watching it back in the when I was like it was TNN I think back then.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was cool, but it also, I mean, I'm a critic, you know, that gives unwanted advice when I say this, but personally, I get tired of the cliche, right here, right fucking now. Like everyone you can say that with me because you know that's what I'm going to say because you've heard it 18 million times. You know, it's like, that's like one of those cliche things. You know what's coming as soon as they say, right here. You know, like everyone, it's like such a easy pop. But it worked there and it felt organic and shit. But at the same time, that was just one thing that I picked out critiquing it. And it was probably both of us doing it. I don't know. But, you know, at least back then it wasn't done as much as it has been now. And that's true with actually, that's true with everything.
And with you too, when you did it, I mean, it was your own spin too. Like, oh, this is RVD's version of right here.
I got time to burn.
I got time to burn.
Yeah.
So I thought it was interesting. You mentioned this. This was like weeks ago on the episode, but you talked about. I think you were talking about Paul Heyman's induction speech, and you were saying you were watching it, but you were watching it from a promo standpoint of it all, and kind of assessing it from that regard. And I thought that was really interesting to look at it from that way, like. Hey, I'm analyzing it almost like a match, but like a.
Well, yeah, it's the same thing. That's,
yeah.
I mean, I can't watch wrestling just like a fan anymore. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even know how to do that because I'm watching, you know, people work doing the same job that I do, and seeing them make choices and knowing when and where they're making these choices that I may agree or disagree with, and so yeah, that's what a Hall of Fame speech is basically, is a promo, you know.
Yeah. And so anytime you do see someone cut a promo, then you automatically go into like analytical mode kind of thing where you're just like, okay, this is what he or she is missing, or maybe what they didn't hit upon. They could have done this a little bit better or something like that, instead of thinking like,
well, I mean, like, you know, the first level is like, was it good or not? Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the same thing that any fan, anybody watching, you know, might be like, wow, you know, and how do you judge if it's good or not? Was it compelling? Did it engage you? If so, then automatically you got to start giving it credit. You know, if you were into it, then you can't say it sucked too bad. You know, even without trying to tear everything apart, you know, just on the basic level. And of course, basic thinkers, you guys don't go past that anyway.
that's it. That's it.
Hey, by the way, thank you to artist formerly known as Seth for the opening song again.
Oh yes.
We should give that guy credit. I love that song. Now it reminds me of our recent visit to Hawaii. That was like so fun. Like every time I hear it, it brings back those vibes. And I love Hawaii. Like, it's like, I don't know, the energy there is different than anywhere else that I've been. I don't even know how to describe it. Jamaica too. It's a lot of it is the weather, but it's also the music, you know, that's always playing. It seems like the trees are playing music, you know, and it's that kind of a feel always. And when we were in Hawaii a few months ago, I was shrooming the whole time too, and so it makes me think of that. Which, by the way, a couple of weeks ago I was talking about that I was starting to take the lion's mane, and don't really have any news to report with it yet. You know what I mean? So I don't know. And I've been seeing a lot of videos that say that it's not proven to work recently too, whereas everything before was like, that is the shit. But anyway, I'm optimistic. But point is, a couple weeks ago, I tried some of that lion's mane. Someone gave me a couple of other shrooms, and pill form, and I took that, and I don't know what else I took, but during our radiology, the shrooms started kicking. So go back and watch that and see if you can pick out right when I was talking, and all of a sudden I was just like, do I have notes? I don't want to do this anymore. Can we wrap this up?
You didn't even. If you didn't say anything to me, I wouldn't even notice, though.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, he wrote notes down? Oh, that's cool.
That tells me how much I'm normally babbling, not making any sense, because that's what I felt like afterwards. I was like, oh, I got some stuff written down I was going to talk about, but whatever.
But what? Fuck it.
That's how much sense I normally make.
Guys, if you want to get a question in, you can always just ask a question. I'll try to
Yeah,
make it down. But you can also do Super Chat, and that helps out the show. That helps out One True Sport and gets a little buzz going.
One of a Kind with Rob Van Dam is recorded in front of a live studio audience.